Happy Friday, Capital Region. This is Dayton Maxwell with the Capital Area Agriculture and Horticulture team coming at you again this week. As you know, I am the Farm Business Management Educator. You may not know that, but I am the Farm Business Management Educator. And this week, just going to talk to you a little bit about, my writing. If you read my writing and then clicked on the video, essentially I said, don't forget to manage, okay, or keep up your management. Because I know, in my experience working with farmers and me personally, when I get under stress, and I think it's human nature when we get under stress as humans, we tend to gravitate away from that stress. I know in cases I worked with farmers in very stressful situations, and they tend to go and do what they're good at, like produce crops or milk the cows or things like that, kind of meditative things. And I'm the same way. When I'm under stress, I tend to avoid that stress by maybe eating some junk food, or if you read my article, I like to ride around just kind of in my car to have time when I don't have to think too much. So my article this week talked about what times when we're under stress and we really need to not get away from our management, but really focus on management. So if we think about management, it is the ability to put in place procedures and processes that achieve outcomes. So all the things that we've been talking about, budgeting, personnel procedures, things like that. Don't let up, okay? Even though we're under a lot of stress now with this global pandemic thing. Now, in complement to my article, my writing, I would like to just go on a little bit to talk about leadership. And leadership and management are very complementary. As previously mentioned, management is procedures and processes that help achieve outcomes, but leadership is kind of an intangible thing where the head of the organization or members within the organization inspire people within the organization to behave in outstanding ways, right? So just want to address very briefly a good resource, a classic book that I read a number of years ago, and maybe you've read it too. It's written by Jim Collins, and the book is called Good to Great. And essentially, it defines a great company as a company that achieved 3 times the average market return, 3 times greater than the average market return for a 15-year period. So it obviously has to do with the stock price, and that stock price was 3 times higher than the market for 15 consecutive years. That's how Mr. Collins defines a great company. And what he observed is that all of these companies had what he termed level 5 leaders, all right? And level 5 leaders practice can be very deceiving, because when we think about people leading, we think about loud, boisterous people that get attention. But in fact, level 5 leaders tend to be quiet and shy and exhibit sometimes introverted personalities. But some of the characteristics these level 5 leaders had are personal humility. Okay, and I've got them here on the board, and I'm reading them backwards as I'm talking to you, but personal humility. So really not concerned with very humble people. Again, here I'll read it for you. Indomitable will, meaning no matter what they face, they will never, ever give up. This same level 5 leader places the organization before self. And if we think about it, a lot of times people are in leadership positions for their own benefit, where level 5 leaders place the organization before their own benefit. And another characteristic of a level 5 leader, they put forward inspiring standards which inspire other people to behave, and they bring out the best, essentially, in people around them, and they bring other people to a higher level. Just like a really good quarterback on a football team will bring all those players around him to a higher level of performance. That's what level 5 leaders do. So in summation, what I just want to encourage you to do, I know our natural tendencies are to get away from stress, and we've all been under a lot of stress with the global pandemic thing, wondering what the outcomes are going to be. And I commend all you producers out there who are just continuing forward, regardless of the prices you're receiving and things like that. So I want to remind you to manage, all right, which is processes and procedures to achieve desired goals. And I want to encourage you, and I'm not saying that I'm a level 5 leader at all, but I want to encourage all of us to reach that, or strive to be level 5 leaders, where we can inspire people around us to achieve higher levels of performance. All right, that's it for this week. Many thanks. As always, it's my pleasure to serve you. Please do not hesitate to call or email me if you need to. Until next week, bye.